Welcome back, you beautiful people, and today's your lucky day. It's not my lucky day, to be honest, see? Because I built my career on the hardtail. I'm all about the flat pedals as well. But a few weeks ago, Doddy introduced me to being clipped into my bike. And he gave me a few tips on how to do that out on the trail. And to be honest, it's quite scary. I kind of reserve it for my road bike where I think it's a little bit beneficial. So with all that bouncing, bubbling, and blowing my feet off out on the trail whilst riding a hardtail, got me thinking being clipped in could be beneficial here. So I've got 5 tests I'm gonna put to the test. And that is rocky, climby, techy, turny, and jumpy. So let's go. Right, look at that, rock gardens. I don't like rock gardens, to be honest. When I'm on a full suspension bike, I still don't like riding them. My feet are bouncing everywhere, let alone doing it on a hardtail. I'm definitely gonna be going through that slowly, or potentially pushing through, but I thought this was a good place to test out me being clipped in on a hardtail, because with a hardtail, you've got to pick your line very wisely because you don't want to get a puncture, so you don't want to go and hit, you don't want to just point and shoot and hope for the best when you get through it. You gotta pick that wisely. And being clipped in, what I found was I'm letting a lot more weight off that rear tire, so I'm letting that tire bounce around a lot. Whereas if I was not clipped in and I was on flats, I'll be putting a lot more pressure down on my pedals to keep my feet on those pedals and stop them from bouncing off. So being clipped in has helped me a lot through here, and I was quite surprised. To be honest, I quite enjoyed it because it was a bit more fun and I could dance the bike around. So being clipped in, I can manipulate my bike a lot more and find my line through a rocky section such like this. Right, when it comes to technical climbs, to be honest, it's quite scary being clipped in, especially when it gets a little bit slower and tight and nimbly. I feel like, oh no, I need to get my foot off just in case I'm gonna, topple over because I'm going too slow. But if you get over that, because I'm not so used to running clipped in, but if you get over that, it is super beneficial because when it gets a little bit rough in a techie section on a climb, you can still be pedaling. By being clipped in, you can manipulate by lifting your back wheel up and still be pedaling like this. But I find it way better than if I was running flats, because when I'm running flats, I have to dip my toes and lift up my heels to lift up and try and pedal like this just to get that back wheel up and over some obstacles. I quite enjoy riding it clips on technical climbs. Makes it a lot more technical. I'm scared I'm gonna fall over. Right, keep climbing to the top. I can relate to riding clipped in on fire roads to my road bike because I feel like I'm a bit more connected to the bike. I get a lot more power down. I feel efficient. After a long day riding on a road bike, I don't feel as tired if I was to ride flats on the road. So being flat pedals on a mountain bike, whew, I'll be tired because I'll be trying to use to lift up because I feel like I can get more power down. So I can lift and push, lift, push, lift, push. Way better, to be honest, for climbing, clipped in. You heard that from a guy who loves flat pedals too much. I'm starting to like clips. Anyway, see you at the top. Right, enough of climbing, I'm at the top. Now it's time to hit some turns and some jumps. Oh, I'm scared of the jumps. Oh man, flowy turns are so much fun. I don't actually see the benefits of being clipped in when riding flowy turns because my feet are planted and I keep going through. I feel like riding flats in flowy turns is a little bit better because I like my feet to move around. I like to push into the turns. When my feet start to move in my pedal, I feel like I unclip, which is scary because I do float my feet around in flowy turns just to feel a little bit more flowy within my body position on the bike. I think riding techie turns on single trail, clipped in with a little bit rougher terrain, I think clipped in's gonna help a lot more. So let's move out and find some of that. I think there's some at the end of this trail. Some more flow and then into some tech. I'm all about jumping, I'm all about doing some stunts, let my legs flail about, do some whips, and to be honest, I hate being clipped in jumping. It's scary, it's horrible, I can't move my feet around, I like them to move, I like them to just come off the pedal and go back down. I am stuck to my bike. I feel like if I'm gonna do a whip, I'm gonna unclip. It's scary, even though that the cleat can give you enough movability within your foot on the pedal, I still feel like I'm gonna get unclipped. It's scary, it's not for me, but I can see how easy it is to go over the bars when people rely on trying to get their back wheel up into the air when jumping by just pulling up on your pedals when you clipped in. I did it just now. I nearly went over the bars because I thought, oh, I could boost this thing, pull up with my legs, and I went like this. It's scary. So no, climbing, technical stuff, 100% with clips on a hardtail, but jumping, hell no. Let's move on. Oh no, I got puncture, guys. I actually got puncture. I think it's that one, or that, or that. No, it's that. Let's watch the replay again. Yes, I think it's that one. It's not your fault, it's my fault, I went there. Can't blame the rock. I think it's because of clips, dude. Nah. Keep the beat. Oh. Right, techie sections. Okay, now I feel the benefits for being clipped into my bike. Look how rough this section is. It's full of roots. It's on a corner. I'll be coming in with quite a bit of speed, coming through this thing, trying to navigate my way through, whereas if I was riding flats, my feet would be bouncing all over the place. I'll be putting a lot of pressure on my pedals if I was running flat to keep my feet on those pedals, like I keep saying. But running clips, I can let my feet bounce around. I can let the bike bounce around a lot more. I can manipulate my bike as well. I can manipulate that rear wheel. I can put it where I want and guide myself through this section until I get to where you are. And that's quite rough and very techy. And I'll be going a little bit slower there, that's for sure. Woo! But I find clipped in on this section, it's on. So there you go, riding clips on a hardtail. I found it quite beneficial riding clips, especially when it was rough, especially when I'm climbing. When it's rough, my feet are stuck to my bike, especially on a hardtail, the bike is bouncing everywhere. When I'm running flats on a hardtail, riding through rough stuff, I feel very, very uncomfortable. My feet are bouncing off everywhere. I just feel just sketchy. But being clipped in on that is perfect. Climbing, perfect. Jumping, not perfect. It's not one for me. I don't like to be clipped in when I'm jumping because I like my feet to move around when I'm in the air. That's just me. I come from a jumping background. Would I be running clips on my hardtail again? Yes, I will be. I think they'll be staying on my hardtail, but when it comes to a little bit of a jumpy section, I'll feel a bit nervous. I think I would change to flats, but every day I reckon I'll be running clips. So that's changed me a lot, running clips on a hardtail. Would I be doing it on my enduro bike? Hell no. I don't think so, because I got suspension, my feet can stay there a lot more. But if I was actually riding a terrain that was constantly rough, then maybe I'll put those clip pedals back on. If you want to see another rad video, and actually this video helped you out, let me know in the comments down below. But if you want to see another rad video, click up here with something that's going to help you in your riding, make you a little bit better as well. Smash this globe if you haven't subscribed already, because you're missing out, that's for sure. We do a video every single day of the week. Smash that like button if you liked it. Share it with your mates if they do want to know all about Clipless, and I'll see you in the next one.